Kia ora. Saturday 12th of November 2022, and it's a little cold out, so I'm wearing my beanie, aka a hat. Feels weird. I don't usually wear hats, but anyway, it is what it is. It is cold. The dogs are going crazy, so need to take them out for a walk regardless. It's actually not too bad. Don't know what the temperature is. I think it's actually 30 something and feels like 20 something at the moment, which I don't really find too much of a challenge. I don't think the temperature is what they actually say it is, to be honest. I think it's warmer than that, but anyway, weather predictions be weather predictions, so it is what it is. Kira, come on, come here. Dogs are going to be a little nutty for the next few days, and this will be a good test for winter because they're going to be inside a little more. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to keep this one short today because I don't really have too much to talk about from a ramble, and also because it's freaking cold. Dawn was up early to do the necessary, so she's sleeping in, hopefully getting good rest. So we kind of take turns. You'll see behind me, if I can do this, a tarp, and Dawn will be posting some more video up on that later. Some other stage that see there on the other side there. That's one of our Shelterlogic Barn kits that we brought with us from Ohio. We have a number of these. We got them for our livestock and livestock expansions. We have one which is probably going to be disassembled for spare parts. That one unfortunately was not well anchored, needless to say, and suffered during a particularly bad storm, and we just kind of let it lie because it was a bigger unit, much like this one, with cross braces and all the rest of it. This one is a 13 foot by 20 foot by 12 foot, so 13 wide, 20 foot in length and 12 foot high. So it's a substantial unit. It's one of those garage in a boxes type deal. They're actually really durable. I don't know if I'd recommend Shelterlogic as a brand per se for their tarps and coverings. If you do go that route, and I say that because, you know, we lived in Ohio and had these for many years. I don't know, actually, to be fair, they've gone through extremes of heat and cold, and given the material that actually comes with the kit, they have actually handled it pretty well. They do perish over time though, because they're not the thickest materials, so you get wear and tear. When you have livestock, they like rubbing up against things, and that causes small tears and rips, and then those eventually get larger and goes from there. One of the recommends, and we ended up doing this on one of the smaller run-in pens that we have, is to get yourself another tarp that's a little more durable, and either wrap that over the top of the Shelterlogic just to give it that extra layer of protection, and secure it down, or just replace it completely. Because quite honestly, I looked into getting replacement Shelterlogic tarps, and it's it's a lot of money. So yeah, just a little word of advice. More on that when we get more of these kits in. I think we'll probably see if we can salvage the other one, but if not, like I said, spare parts, because they're interchangeable. So once we bring the other one down, it's currently the major sheep barn. We'll have a few of these on the property for storage and what have you. Later they may get repurposed as greenhouses, for now we just want to have them available and have them strategically placed or tactically placed for bits and pieces. So this one here, hard to see the skeleton, will end up having a floor. We'll probably put some gravel or something down for the floor for just extra drainage, and we'll be using skids and some of the boards on top of that, just to give us a surface that we can keep raised off the ground, and allows us to do what we need to do. These are used as garages for SUVs and small RVs and what have you, but it is what it is. So that's being erected at the moment. And in case you're wondering about strong winds, these things are really, ignoring the fact that we had a learning curve, shall we say, with them, that they come with little pathetic augers. I don't know if I've got any out over here. Yeah, I do. I do have one. If I can get it out. No, I'm not sure if you can see this thing here. These are same augers that they use to basically put in for larger buildings, mobile homes, things like that. They're not cheap. They're something like $25 each. But we drill those into the ground, and we use chain. We learned not to mess around with cords, because cords fray. Even the metal ones will stretch in really high wind conditions, and chain is the way to go. So we literally chain our stuff to the ground. So good luck taking that away. You need some serious bolt cutters for that. And it doesn't mean that wind is not going to wreck it, or tornadoes or whatever. What it really means is that these things aren't really going anywhere in a hurry. And I can attest to the durability, because I have been out with these Shelterlogics where we neglected to fix one corner, and we had a particularly interesting storm that had it was blowing 60 miles an hour more, and I went down on that because the sheep were basically cowering, and that Shelterlogic, and the Shelterlogic was like I said, not properly fixed. So in the middle of that, in a Shelterlogic run-in pen, a fixing chain to the auger on the corner, with a bunch of sheep looking at me in the middle of the pen, going like, "Hello, human. What are you doing here?" And it's like, "Oh, it's actually quite nice here. We can't help you because we don't have opposable thumbs or any desire to actually do anything except sit here and chew hay. But we won't pester you," which is one of those rare occasions that Henry did not actually decide to put me on my ass. So, anyways, that was so windy that the rain was literally blowing sideways. It was not a fun trek, and Alex, bless him, wanted to come out and help. Good lad, but I sent him back inside because it was a crazy, cold, blowy storm. But anyway, bottom line to that anecdotal story is the chained augers work, and work really well. And these sheds, I mean, if they do blow away, it was probably something you couldn't do anything about anyway. So it's about as good as it gets as far as I'm concerned, until we get all the earth bag done. So that was yesterday. May do some more today. I'm not sure what Dawn's plans are with regards to that. So yeah, that is probably about the ramble, just Shelterlogics and stuff like that. And you'll see a number of these go up, and I'll talk about them some more, and they'll kind of get dotted around the property. We may end up using one of the sheep sheep runs as a dog shelter or something, so that the dogs can basically do their stuff outside without having to get penned up inside the camper. But yeah, so there's that. All right, that's about all I'm going to ramble about today. Oh yeah, cost-wise, probably I should mention that. Those things are about you can get them on special. I try and pick them up because they're a kit on special if I can. But generally speaking, I think those ones retail at about $500 or $600 a pop. And really, you're buying the frame. It's a cheap little steel frame. They're pretty simple to put up. And that one in the back there has actually got extra legs on it that we can put it up to its full 12-foot height. But I will be honest, we're not going to do that this time around, because we found that on these ones, I know this ramble has just been extended as a result, we found on these ones that that 12-foot height is really high. Can you see the dogs on the ridge? Going running off. Yeah, that. So this is. You can get into here. So it has these cross braces, and I cannot quite touch that top brace, and we still got some feet to put on this, and so that cross brace is probably about 8 foot. So yeah, so we're pretty much just going to put the feet on this one and leave it at that, so it's a little more manageable. Otherwise it would have gone up another couple of feet, which is great for a little bit of area, but we really don't need it. Taking into account the floor and stuff, I'll be able to walk through that without banging my head on the cross braces, and that's all we want. So being the tallest person in the family. So yeah, easy to establish, and you can check that out when Dawn has completed her video. She's doing a stop motion on this one, so it'll give you an idea of how long it takes and how much it takes to put these up. But it doesn't take too long. You can get this thing fully erected with a few people working on it well within a day. Dawn just did a few hours on it yesterday, really, and it's looking good. So there you go. All right, a ramble for today. Hope you have a great one. Stay warm if it's cold where you are, and it's going to be colder tomorrow, so I may have icicles hanging off my bed. Who knows? Strange day. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.